I'm starting the recording from here also, and before recording, no, before we saw that recording will be coming to the another part. Okay, so now what we will do here simply, I'm deleting. I have deleted that web.xml file there. Now can we map our request with the servlet? How we will map that? So this is the simple step. Suppose if I want to map this one with the that URL with the request, I want to map this servlet. So how will match that? So for that we have to use one annotation here. That is the web servlet annotation. And whatever URL we want, we have to write inside the parentheses. Simply, if you want a URL like a test, so simply we have to write test. So suppose we will take the another one, otherwise you will be confused, right? So simply, if I want to write here, suppose I'm writing here first, okay, and here inside the second servlet, if I want to match this one with another URL, so what we'll write @ web servlet, and here we will write inside this one. I'm simply writing here demo. Suppose I'm writing here demo. If we write the demo URL, then second servlet will be called. And if we write the first, then our test servlet will be called. So now we will see that. Okay. Simply, if I run this one again from here, now we don't have any web.xml file, right? Here we don't have any web.xml file. Now if I run this one from here, run as and the run on server. Okay. Okay, this thing is okay. Now we will try to call that URL. This URL, if you call this URL, this servlet have to call, right? Simply I will come here and if I write here first, and if I run this one, see hello is printing. Our first servlet is calling. That is the test servlet is calling here. Means with the help without web.xml also we can map our request with this servlet also. Right? Without web.xml, if you want to map our request with the servlet, so how we will do with the help of @servlet, and this is the easiest way than the web.xml file, right? But we have to know that this, if anybody will ask you how to map how to map our request with the servlet with the help of web.xml file, so you have to know that. That's why I told with the help of web.xml file also, and I have told with the help of web servlet annotation. This is the annotation we use to map our request with our servlet. Here we have a second servlet. Here which URL we have given? This is demo. If we call demo, so second servlet have to call, right? So simply I will come here, if I write here demo, and if I run this one, second servlet is also printing on the console. Okay, so that is the thing. If you want to map our request with the servlet, so with the help of servlet, we can map our request with the servlet. Right? So now here, anyone have any doubt? Here, anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt till here? No. No. Okay. Okay. So now what we will do? Simply we will make one program. Okay, we will make one login form with the help of HTML, and with the help of that HTML form we will take username and password, and we will pass that. Means we will with the help of that URL, when we hit the submit button, our servlet have to call. We will make the program like that. What we will do, simply I will create, we have some index file. No, here we have index file. Here we will make one form. If we have little bit knowledge about the if we have little bit knowledge about the form also or the HTML, you will be easily understand these things. Okay, but don't worry, I will tell you in step by step, means how to create and all. First, what I am doing is simply I am printing the h1 here. H1 is here, no? So I am printing here the login form. Okay, simply I am writing here login form, and if I run this one here, see, run as run on server. Sorry, login form is printing. Okay, so what we'll do, simply we'll think we will maintain this thing here, and we'll maintain this thing here, and I will make it big. Now we will see whatever changes we are making here, how they are looking here. Okay, after that we have to make one form, so I am writing here form tag. If you want to make the form, so we have one form tag, so we are using that form tag. And inside the form tag, what we'll do, simply we'll take username, password. For that, what we want first is the label. I am using here the label tag. Here I am writing first name. Okay, simply I am writing here first name. Okay, if I refresh one here now, first name is coming here. Okay? First name is coming here. Now we want some fields to enter that. No, so how we will do that? Simply we'll write here Simply we'll use here the input tag. Simply we are using here input, and text we have to write here the text. If you want text, so you can use text. If you want phone number and all, that time we are using the number and all, okay, email number like that. Here now field is coming, here we can enter anything. Means whatever we have entered, that we have to access. No, for that we have a one attribute here, that is the name attribute. Okay, and here we can access this name with the help of this name. Whatever name we have mentioned, with the help of this one we can mention that. After that, same thing we can mention for the uh, last name also. So same thing, label, and here I'm writing last name. Okay, and again if I refresh this one here, last name is coming here, but I want this one at downside. So for that, what we will do, simple here we will write break tag. See, if I run this one, so now it is coming down. Again if I want this little more space there, so see, double break tag I am using, so it is going down again. Right, now after that, input tag again for entering the last name. So here type we have to use as a text, and here name we have to use name attribute we have to use here. Suppose I'm writing here L name. You can write anything here. Okay, no worries. If I refresh this one, so last name field will be also come. Now again we want now first name and last name will be there. It is there only. Suppose suppose we will not take with the first name last name. Suppose we are taking with the login name, username and password. So for that, username. Okay, so I'm writing here first username. We will ask for username. You can do with the username and password also, no worries. So you're writing here user. Okay, and here last name, with the help of last name, we are not using last name here, we will use simply password. Okay, password we are using here, simply password. Here we can able to write username, and here we can able to write password, but password is looking, means password is visible here. If you want to make it hidden like a password, if you have mentioned the dot, some dot will become no. For that we are using here password type. Password at type password. Here if I refresh this one again, and if I write here password, so now it will become into the dot. Okay, now another thing here, that is the button. Now button we want, so for that we have simply button tag, and here we will write submit. Okay, here we have to write the submit, and here also type we have to mention that the button tag we have to mention the type. So we are writing here button, or submit we will write. We have to submit the data, that's why I'm writing type here submit. If I refresh this one, the button is coming here. For that again what we need to do, here we have to write the break tag. Break tag 1, and another break tag we have to write here. If I refresh this one again, submit button will come down. But now it is in left hand side. I want it in the center. So for that, inside the HTML we have one tag, that is the center tag. So I will remove this all the things, and I will write here first center tag. Okay, inside the center tag I will write all the things. Okay, if I save this one, if I refresh this one, these all the things will become into the center. Right, you can now, with the help of using, you can decorate your page and all. You can submit on the group also, no worries. Okay, now this is done. This is done. Whatever we will mention here, there is a, suppose I'm writing here Tanmay, and suppose I'm writing here any password and all. That if I submit this one, this name, this whatever Tanmay I'm writing here, no, that will be stored, indirectly stored into the user, and whatever password we are writing, we are stored into the EL name. Suppose I'm writing not EL name, password will write here, pass we will write only. Okay, pass we are writing. So this whatever things we are writing here, that we will access with the help of pass. Whatever thing we are entering here, that is suppose the Tanmay, so Tanmay we will use, Tanmay we will access with the help of user. Okay, that is done. Now we will make a servlet. Login form is done. Now we will move to the servlet part. So here we will come into the servlet. So we can make another servlet also. Okay, so we will make another servlet here. So simply will come here inside the servlet, and here we will mention the create another class for the servlet. Suppose I'm writing here form login form servlet. Simply I'm writing here login form servlet. Okay, so this is the servlet I have created. What should we do for both the numerical and the alphabet, means, sorry, I'm not getting that. In password, if you want to password into the You want password into the means numeric and all other. For that you have to use text only. You have to use text only. So if you use text also, so that time it will become okay. But if you want hidden text like that, so you have to use the password. There are multiple things inside the type. If you right click and if you are control and space, there will all the things will become. You can type one by one. You will be understand the things also. Okay. Now login form servlet is there. Login form servlet we have created. Simply I am creating a servlet here, so we will make it big. Okay. Here this thing we want. Okay. So here what we will do, simply we will create a servlet. That is the extends, and we have to create a servlet. Extends and the HTTP servlet here. Okay. This thing. After that we will use any method. So I am using here do get method. Okay, and inside the do get method, what we will do, simply we have to enter something. Okay, something we have to enter means whatever thing will become here, we have to show that. So here I'm writing anything if you want to print on the browser. So for that we want a print writer. So response dot get writer, same thing we have to write. Okay, and this one will return one object, that is the output, a print writer object. With the help of that out, what we will do, simply we will write anything. So simply if you want to print if you want to print whatever thing is going from here, that is the username and password. That suppose we want to suppose we want to get that, suppose we want to show that. So how we will show that? So simply we want to get that first, right? Simply we want to get that first. So how we will get that? For that we have a one method here, that is the request dot get parameter. Suppose we have a one method, that is a request dot get parameter. So with the help of get parameter, what we will do, and why we are using request here? Suppose we have a data here and we are submitting. Means what we are doing? We are requesting to the server. This data will be goes into the server. Means who is handling that? Who is having this data? With the help of request. Request having this all the data. With the help of that request, we are getting the parameter. So what parameter we have to write here? Simply here I will remove this one, and inside the double quote we have to write the name. Whatever name we have mentioned there, same name we have to write here. So which name we have to write? Go into the index.html. Here for username we have a name user. I will get it that user here and I will paste it here. Simple. And we have to store somewhere, so assign it to the variable. This is the username. So username I will write username. Okay, if whatever things will become into the user, that will be stored into the username. Same like that we want a password also. Request dot get parameter. Here what we need to write, same thing, whatever name we have mentioned for the password, same name we have to mention here also. Simple will come here. Here we'll make pass. Here we will write here password. Okay, so whatever thing will be come into the user. Suppose see, here we have a index.html file and here we have a mention. This type, suppose okay. So here see, whatever I will write here, suppose I am writing this Tanmay, so that we will access with the help of this user. Okay, suppose I access this user like this. Suppose request.get parameter user is here. This Tanmay will be stored into the username, and whatever password we have mentioned, with the help of pass we can access that. That we will store into the password. This is the simple thing only. After that, what we will do? Simply we will print the strings. This both the variables we are print that. So for that we have a out dot print ln. Print ln we will mention here. Here we have ln also, and here what we'll do, simply we print that username. Okay, and with the help of out dot print ln, here we will write password. Okay, password and username we are getting that. But it will print the username, and after that it will print the password. Whatever value come into the username, it will print that. Whatever value password in password will become, we will print in the password. Okay, after that this thing is done. But now if you notice that here inside the index.html we didn't mention anything here. If I come here, if you run this also, see, if you run this from here, that is the run as and run on the server. Restart server. Our server is starting, and it will be redirected into the our page. See, this is our page. Inside that, if I'll write anything here, like Tanmay I'm writing, and suppose I'm writing password anything, and if I make submit, so nothing is printing. Why? Because we are not sending data anywhere. So for that, what we need to do, simply we will come here inside the test servlet, in the index.html. Here inside the action we have to mention the URL. Okay, here we have to mention the URL. But what is the URL of our form? Okay, what is the URL of our servlet? This URL we don't know. So for that, what we need to do, simply we have to use the @web servlet. Okay. Inside that we have to mention the URL. So simply I'm writing here login URL I'm mentioning from here. Same URL we have to mention here, login. Okay, and after that you can mention the method also. By default it is the get only. Okay, if you are not using also, so it will be used get only, and it will come into the get part. Okay, after that, now if I run this one, see what will happen. If you come here, right click here, run on the server, save, and then restart again. It will redirect to our page. Now if I mention here my, and if I write here password, so if I submit this one, so my and search is coming here. It means whatever I have mentioned, username and password is coming here. Now if you want it into the big, so what we will do, simply we will write here the double quote, and here you can use the HTML tag also. That is the H1 I am writing here. Suppose user name. Okay, and plus we have to write here, and we have to close that H1 tag also. So we can close after that here. There is the H1 tag we have to close. So with the help of dash we can close that. Same thing we have to mention here also. So I will copy this from here, copy, paste it, plus here also we have to mention same thing, dash H1. And now if I run this one, run as, run on server again, or you can replace this one, this thing, it will become. See, if I replace this thing, this is coming. If you replace this also, so it will become username is same. For that we have to write here password. Save this one. If you come here, replace this one time. If it is not coming into the one time, 2 to 3 times you can replace this thing, because it will take a time. So see, password is coming here on my and the password. If I mention here anything, now different thing, if I mention here search, and here I'm mentioning password pass123. If I hit submit, see it is coming here. Same like that we can mention, we can map our servlet with the request. Okay, suppose we have here the do get method. Okay, here suppose we have do get, and from here we are mentioning here post. So what will happen? Okay, if I'm mentioning here the post, and if I come here, if I come here also, and if I refresh this one, and if I make it, if I write here anything now, that is the anything I'm writing, and if I make a submit here, what it will do, method not allowed. Suppose if you are coming here, and here inside if you are mentioning here method post, so you have to mention here also the post method, not the do get. We have to mention here do post. Okay, if you are mentioned like that, so it will be come into the do post. Okay. Here also you have to mention the do post. If you write like that, if you are writing here do get, so you have to write from that also, you have to write do get. If you are mentioning here do post, so you have to write here do post. Same thing you have to write. Okay, do get and the do post, these are the two methods. We have multiple methods. We have do get, do post, like that. If according to our requirement, we can use that methods. Suppose we have here post method. Okay, now here we don't have do get, here we have a do post method. Okay, from here we are not writing any method name, like suppose method we are not mentioning here. So what it will be do, that time also it will give you the error. Suppose see, if I run this one, and if I run this one, this from now here, so that time also it will give you the error. Refresh, the username if I mention here, and if I mention password also, so that time also it will be give you the error. But suppose if we have, because by default the request will be get, Okay, by default the request will be get, and here we are writing the do post method. Suppose I am writing here the get only. Here we are not mentioning any method. The method I have not mentioned here. So what it will be do? Simple will come here. We can replace this one. And now we are writing here username, and here we are writing the password. Anything. If I make it submit, see now it is coming, because by default it is uh, our request will be in the get form. If you are writing the do get, it will be serving that method. Okay, it will serve that return. Otherwise if you are writing post, so it will be not serve that. You have to write here the method post. Okay, method post, and here also you have to write the method post. Okay, so that is the thing. If you want to match our request with the, okay, okay, so that is the thing. If you want to create a form like that, you can create a form. You can call your servlet like that. You have to call that. Okay. So anyone have any doubt till here? I think someone posted something into the chat. Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? In web annotation, we can give any URL path as of choice. Yes, yes, yes. In web annotation, same like that. No way in that web.xml we are writing. Same thing you can write here also. Anything you can write. No worries. Okay, that is the thing. If you want to create an example login form, username, password, if you want to use the first name, last name also, you can use. And another thing is that if you are using the get method, so all the information will be shown here, what is the username, what is the password. Okay, but if you are using here the post method, see, I will show you the post method also. Might be it is not recording. Okay, so please remember this thing, post. Okay, and from here also I am writing the post. Okay, post I'm writing here and post I'm writing here. Now we are using the post method. If I use the get method, so username and password is showing here. Now I will replace this one. Okay, if I write here username, suppose I'm writing the another username, search I'm writing. Here I'm writing the another username, password, search. Suppose search anything I'm writing. If I make submit, see nothing is printing here, because post method is not taking the URL into the post, into the URL, but what it will be do inside the get use the URL, means whatever things we are writing here, that will become into the URL. Means inside with the help of get method we cannot take lots of data, but with the help of post we can take the long data also. Okay, that is different between the get and post, and get is more secure than the post also. I have mentioned the difference between the get and post into the PPT. If you want to learn about that, so you can learn it into from the PPT. Okay, Office use, which one is mostly preferred, XML or annotation? Nowadays most of the people are using the annotation because it is easy for easy to use, and with the help of web.xml it is long process. No, annotation is very small process when many people are using the annotation only. For the your understanding, I have showed you the web.xml file. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Means anyone have any doubt till here? Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? Hello. Anyone have any doubt? No. Okay. So try to create this program. Today's assignment is that you have to create a HTML page, and you have to write a redirect, username, password, first name, last name, all the things. And you have to get it with the help. When we click on the submit button, you have to get it with the help of Servlet. That is the last assignment for this class. And from today, the class is end. Okay. And at this Saturday and this Sunday, you have an interview. So please be prepared. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. We'll meet on the interview. Okay, means I'm not taking